200 meters beneath the streets of Paris, 6 million people lie buried. Officially, a charnel house from the 18th century. But the numbers don't add up. The bones don't add up. And 298 of the 300 kilometers of tunnels remain permanently closed to the public. What is Paris hiding beneath itself? The official story sounds straightforward. In the 18th century, Parisian cemeteries were overflowing. The solution? Transfer the bones into old quarry tunnels beneath the city. Between 1786 and 1860, the remains of millions were moved there. Simple enough, until you check the numbers. In 1800, Paris had roughly 550,000 inhabitants. Across all the centuries before, barely more. So where do 6 million skeletons come from? Even counting every person who ever died in the city across 400 years, you don't come close to that number. Something doesn't add up. The Paris Catacombs stretch across 300 kilometers, open to tourists, just 2 kilometers. The remaining 298 are sealed, officially due to risk of collapse. But geologists who gained access report something unusual. The stone-cutting marks in certain tunnel sections don't match the tools of the 18th or 19th century. The cuts are too precise, the angles too uniform. Official explanation: restoration work in the 20th century. Critics ask, why restore sealed sections no tourist ever enters? And then there's the way the bones are stacked. In certain areas, perfect geometric patterns. Skulls and femurs aligned to the millimeter. This is not a chaotic mass burial. This looks intentional. The first official mention of the catacombs as a charnel house, 1786. But the tunnels themselves are significantly older. Some sections have been dated to the 13th century. Some researchers believe, even earlier. Paris was built on Roman foundations. The Romans quarried limestone in this region, massively and systematically. But even that doesn't explain the full extent of the network. 300 kilometers of tunnels beneath the city is not a byproduct of quarrying. It's a project. Beneath the catacombs lie waterways, chambers that appear on no public map, and reports from cataphiles, illegal explorers, of rooms that look like ceremonial spaces with symbols on the walls, older than the city itself. The authorities deny it. But cataphiles have been photographing for decades, and the images regularly disappear from the internet. Medieval chroniclers describe Paris as a city above another city. Lutetia inferior, Lower Lutetia, appears in texts from the 12th century, not as a quarry, as a place. In 1399, the Paris City Council banned entering the tunnels under penalty of death. Official reason: risk of collapse. But the ban was limited to specific sections, not all of them, specific ones. The engineer Charles Axel Guillaume, who mapped the catacombs in the 18th century, wrote in his private notes that he had found sections he could not explain, deeper than the known tunnels, with different proportions. His notes were never fully published. And then there's the account of a French military engineer from 1871. During the Paris Commune, insurgents used the tunnels as escape routes. The engineer wrote that his men had entered areas older than anything we know. He described rooms of cathedral-scale, without any support structures. Structures like that are not built with picks and shovels, not beneath an inhabited city, not without records. Why are 99% of the catacombs permanently sealed? France has one of the most active archaeology agencies in the world. 300 kilometers unexplored. That's not a capacity issue. That's a decision. Every year, dozens of cataphiles are arrested. Some report encounters with security forces deep underground. in areas that supposedly no one enters? Who guards an empty tunnel? And back to the original question, 6 million dead. For a city that never had that many inhabitants in its entire history, where do they come from? The simplest answer is, we don't know. And that may be the most unsettling part of this story. Paris stands on a foundation no one fully understands. The official history explains the quarry. It explains the charnel house. But it doesn't explain the precision. It doesn't explain the numbers. And it doesn't explain why certain doors have been locked for centuries. So what really lies beneath Paris? A forgotten civilization? A secret the city would rather keep? Or something we don't yet have a name for? Next time, we take you to a place buried even deeper in time. One that science still cannot explain. Stay with us.